This morning, search and rescue efforts continue in southern Gaza. The health ministry there says more than a dozen people were killed in an overnight Israeli airstrike on a designated humanitarian zone. This is the latest video of the aftermath of the strike, with rescue workers scrambling and searching in the dark for anyone who is still buried. Hundreds of thousands of displaced Palestinians are currently sheltering in the Al-Mawasi humanitarian zone, many of them living in tents. Sasha Petrusik is leading our CBC News team in Israel and has the latest details from Jerusalem.
That's right, Heather. The strike happened sometime overnight. We have eyewitnesses who are saying that they woke up shortly after going to bed to the sound of between 4 and 6 missiles hitting the camp, setting tents on fire, and of course injuring people, and we are hearing killing quite a few. Now, the initial report was from the emergency responders, and they were saying that 40 people had been killed. We're now hearing that that number might be somewhat lower. The health ministry in Gaza is saying 19 at the moment, though they're warning that that number could go up. But in any case, it was a huge shock to many people who'd been told that they had to move to this particular area, that this area of Gaza was in fact safe. Of the population in Gaza, it's more than 2 million people. They've been moving around for months now and essentially been told that most of the Gaza, about 90%, has been declared off limits, or at least dangerous, because of Israeli military operations. They've been told specifically to go to this area, a very crowded zone with tents and houses and many people with all their belongings, and that was the area that was hit. So they are asking, of course, quite reasonably, that, where else can they possibly go? Because they have been pushed right up to the ocean at this point, and now they are facing, these kind of airstrikes and craters that they're describing as being 9 meters deep. So quite a hit.
And so what are we hearing from Israeli officials, Sasha, in terms of explanation for the strike and intended targets?
Right. They are saying that this was a very precision strike. It was using precision munitions that could not possibly have caused those kinds of casualties. They are questioning the numbers that are coming out of Gaza, partly because they say that they were conducting aerial reconnaissance. They were doing a lot of research throughout all of this, and that it couldn't have happened. The reason they needed to do it, they say, is because the Hamas has a command and control center, they say, that was embedded amongst all of the civilians in that area. They were after 3 Hamas commanders who they say were directly responsible for parts of the October 7th attack on Israeli civilians. So they said they needed to do this, and they took all the care possible. That's all we are hearing right now, although they are also not sure how many exactly might have been killed and whether, in fact, they even killed the 3 that they were after. Heather?
Sasha, thank you. Sasha Petrusik from Jerusalem today.